Good evening, lovely tubers. White Mexican back again for another video tonight. I apologize. I've been just insanely busy this last week. I actually just moved from El Paso, Texas to Houston, Texas, and started working with my dad and his business, and things have just been utterly insane. So today I want to review a few things. Starting out, I'm going to go over Shadows of Infinity. This is just an amazing set. There's so many really great stuff. There's another set this set reminds me of. It kind of slips my mind right now. Maybe I'll think of it later in the video. But just going through here, there's some really great ultimate rare collectabilities. We have a Raviel, Uria, Hamon. These are all the ultimate highest rarities, all fantastic artwork, and there's some new support for these coming out in the relatively new future. So these are just great collector cards in general, and I mean, there's new support coming out, so they're going to be a little bit more price increase value. Ruined Queen of Oblivion. Again, these are like all just amazing collector cards, so I'm not going to go too in detail with these. Everyone kind of already knows, like, the Cyber Dragon stuff, Treeborn Frog. They're all relatively expensive. This is a really awesome card. Really quickly, I just want to check the prices for first edition Treeborn Frogs because they this is still a really cool card. I remember back in the day I actually used to. This was actually running in Monarch builds, and like a long time ago. Really cool artwork. Again, this is the highest rarity as an ultimate rare, and I don't know. There's something about this card I really like. Mostly because it's history, I suppose. Starting off, unlimiteds are 20 bones. Only 2 pages left. First edition is about 43 almost, so it's pretty intense for this version. I'm not really sure what other versions that we got. I think we got a couple reprints of that, but more specifically, that was for the ultimate rare. I apologize, my internet is running extremely slow right now. I don't know what the deal is. Well, that's loading really quickly. So the next set that I want to review is going to be Dual Terminal 3. We got some amazing stuff in here like Materia Barkion, Gungnir, people like that. Dragoonic Phalanx has been going up like crazy. This card's always been kind of expensive though. And I love Dragoonities. Like, I'm personally trying to build a max rare Dragoonity. I finally picked up my playset of Phalanx, dual terminal ultra rare, dual terminal rare not too long ago. They're still relatively expensive. We got Lava Golem right here, which is just going up. This is holding a pretty solid price point. I actually do want to take a look at this personally because I actually invested very heavily in Lava Golem. I love Lava Golem. It has amazing artwork. Of course, you have the first edition secret rares, OG prints from Celtic Guardian, Generation 1, really great stuff. This is definitely the second best print, being that it's dual terminal, and not only that, it is a super rare hollow foil, which is really great. These are sitting at about 12, it looks like. There's a 3 stack here for 12, and then pretty much just trickles up after that. 2 pages left, bottoms up around 18 bones. So that's holding pretty good value. Let's see if this is this page gonna load. Okay, cool. So switching back, I apologize. I'm gonna have to toggle back and forth here. Karma Cut. I'm not really sure why. I think for like Eldritch or something, there's been some kind of popularity going into Karma Cut. Of course, there's several different prints. This being the highest as an ultimate rare. My internet's really super slow. Again, I gotta figure out this whole internet situation because I really want to dip in and detail the prices, showcase the prices for you guys. But unfortunately, I'm gonna kind of have to turbo through here tonight and see what I can do later on. So I apologize about the lack of detail on that. But again, the main thing about these videos is I just want to kind of showcase them, bring the cards to light, so then you guys can go on your own, do your own research if you're interested, and kind of just leave that up to your own interpretation. Chainsaw Insect's really cool. I see this and use that in old school beater deck. A lot of people like random plethora of Cyber Dragon ultimate rares here. It's pretty cool. Of course, you got the ultra rare prints of Uria, Hamon, and all the other ones, or the last one. Let's see if we can go ahead and take a dip into page 2 here. I'm not very familiar with the set. I really thought that these like 3 almost like knockoff guard card things were really cool. I always really appreciate that set for this. It's gonna take forever to load, so I'm not really sure what is going on with that. Okay, I guess both are taking forever to load. This is severely unfortunate. My apologies. All right, so the ban list came out, and of course, I don't really have any complaints or anything to really say about it. Obviously, it was a really, really short list. And Max C was actually what I want to talk about, because Max C, this card is coming off the ban list. Do not worry, do not fear. If you invested in this, keep on investing in this. If anything, this card will decrease at least a little bit in value. Not probably for the first edition secrets or for the ultimate rares, but I really, really believe in this card. Again, this to date is the most powerful hand trap like ever in the game. This card is really, really great. A lot of amazing rarities. My personal favorite is the first edition secret rares, starting on Storm of Ragnarok. But also, I really, really like the super rares as well. And of course, if you are like a millionaire, you can get the ultimate rares. It's completely up to you. But the super rares and the secret rares are definitely my best, the best prints in my opinion. And while that's loading, Droll Lockbird, I kind of feel like this is a forgotten hand trap. Maybe I just haven't been playing a lot online. Maybe I'm not up to date with the meta. But this is still a really, really powerful hand trap. It's got amazing artwork. A lot of great rarities, of course, for the rich ballers. You got the ultimate rare, which is pretty great. My personal favorite is the super. And then you got a rare, the original rare, OG rare, common, and the ultras. I really don't like these ultras. I would much rather prefer have the super rare, more specifically because it's an OTS card, and just kind of it's a little bit more difficult to get than the ultra. Now, granted, the ultra is a high rarity, but again, you guys kind of know if you watch my videos, it's really only like nostalgic, like Generation 1 first edition old ultra rares that I really like. I would get this. So this is good. Okay, this is decreased in price. For the longest time, it was sitting at $10+. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because just people aren't really utilizing this card. This is still a very, very. It has the potential to be a very, very predominant hand trap within the meta, and it's like a little over 8. And okay, so there's not that many that are under 10, but you can see here it starts to trickle up after that. But there are a few here that are under 10, which is making a progress. This is very exciting because I've been trying to pick up a playset for under 10. Here's a 2-stack for 9. So I think this is pretty good. I think it could potentially, if it doesn't pop back off into the meta anytime soon, it could potentially go down. I'm personally waiting for a secret rare print. I really, really want this card in secret rare. So I'm personally waiting. If the supers do go down, more specifically because this is the tournament pack 1 OTS 1, which is like literally like OG OTS pack 1, which is almost we're on 12, 13 now. So this is really cool. A transition in its own because the very first OTS pack. So that's really cool. If these trickle down to like maybe around like 7, 6 price point, I would definitely pick up a playset. I'm personally going to pick up a playset. I think that's really phenomenal. But again, I'm just waiting personally for the Konami to make a secret reprint, which I think they totally will. So this is Max C. This is the 2012 Collector's Tin Super Rares. Again, there's just something about hand traps. I think hand traps look really, really good in Super Rare. It's just kind of a strange thing I have going. Of course, I have first edition secrets too, which are like my pride and joy. I really like those a lot. Those are really nice. But I think these super rares do look really, really great. And again, like when you're playing, my rule of thumb is like I don't play with like max rarity stuff. There is some decks that I kind of go out like mostly Dark World stuff, I guess. Kind of Satellar Knight and maybe Atlantean Mermail. But anyway, you don't want to play with your high rarity stuff. It's really true what they say. When you play with you like the more you play like hands on with your cards, the value decreases and you potential to get bent, or your opponent eats your card or whatever. Maybe he's hungry, he decides to have a little snack and deck check you, and I don't know, he gets the munchies. I don't know, some crazy stuff. That's kind of like an extreme situation. But anyway, so I think super rare hand traps, because hand traps for the most part in the original prints are so expensive. Most of them are secret rares, and of course you get first editions, original prints. So I think super rare is just an ideal rarity because it still looks nice, it's still flashy, it's still a hollow foil, and that's just what I personally use. I use super rare hand traps, low rarity hand traps ish to play with, because I don't, it's fine. They're not too terribly expensive. You don't really lose value that way. So this is still very high. It's 13. Again, this for Max C, my price point is 5. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to drop. Obviously, it didn't come off the ban list again, unfortunately, but it definitely will. But I would definitely keep an eye on this card. Again, when it hits around 5, anytime this card hits around 5, I always pick it up, regardless of wherever the source is from, as long as it's, at least lightly played. And anyway, I would definitely keep an eye on Max C. It's definitely not dead. Everyone is, the ban list just dropped, and I know it didn't come off, but I promise you it's going to come off and just continue. Same thing like Harpy's Feather Duster. Everyone is collecting Harpy's Feather Duster. More specifically, probably the Prismatic Secrets from the game promo, which is really, really great. So moving on here to the second page, you got a couple of some other ultimate rares. And again, I apologize. I really have not had time. I just kind of wanted to do a turbo video really quick because, I miss making videos. It's been over a week, and I, went from making a video every single day to not being able to make a video hardly at all. So just trying to kind of get it in here. King of Demise, really great old school ultimate rare. Again, I really wish I could click on these cards and show you guys the price values, so I apologize about that, but just kind of wanted to showcase it really quick. I did not know that, okay, so the secret rare, Ryoku, it was the promo. Kind of interesting about this, that the special editions don secret rare promos instead of super rares, or is it ultra rares? I think it's ultra rares. I don't really. Yeah, I think the most common is ultra rares for those. So that was kind of cool. Going back to dual terminal again. So Lava Golem's great. Phalanx is going up. It's people are kind of going back to nostalgia days. Bora is holding a really great price point too. I actually have several of these, and I think it has potential. I would kind of wait. I think it has potential to grow up to kind of go up in value because there's not too many on the market right now. I think there's only a couple pages if I remember. Skill Drain, I have a couple of these. These are really great. I like these even better than the ultra rares personally. The ultra rares look, they're, you kind of know my stance on ultra rares, but I really have a thing for dual terminal. This is really great. It's always holding great value. Wabaku's holding great value. Fable Crust has really great artwork, and just Fables in general. They're just one of the very rare light attribute fiend decks. Really old school, fun deck. Got Leviathan here. We have Cliff. Is this the one where negates everything? There is a Naturia card that negates everything. No, that's not Cliff. It's I don't know. Maybe it's in here. I'll see. We have Ducks. A bunch of your Stratos, pretty great. Again, I just wanted to showcase this really quick because, again, to try to get you guys to look into these sets. All the dual terminal sets, I've heavily invested. I have binders and binders. Binders are strictly just dual terminal monsters. Binders of just dual terminal magics, dual terminal traps, specifically all organized, ready, good to go, ready to sell, because I talk about it a lot, and everyone knows this. Dual terminal is gone. Konami said bye-bye with dual terminal. They're no longer doing it. There's just a lot of great cards, especially the holo foils too. You can see, you guys, in my other videos, I showcase Super Rare Blue Eyes, which is almost up to $40 now. That card I was picking up for I think it was 8-7 range was the average, and I picked several of them, and I'm really happy it's been going up because that's obviously a plus investment. Threatening Roar comes out of this. You have Junk Synchron, Compulse. I have a lot of these. They're secret rare prints, which look really, really nice too. Ultimate Offering, talked about this in one of my other videos, really great. Guaiba, this was a really cool card too. It was a really powerful card back in the day. Still really great. The Shallow Grave, I tried teching in one of these in my Shadal Blend Mixture deck. I kind of ended up taking it out. It was didn't really work as well as I thought it was, but it's got really great artwork, and again, this is the highest rarity to my understanding that we have. Let's see if we can kind of toggle back here. This was seeing some strange play. There was a combo deck that was running this card because you can summon them out of the deck, which is pretty cool. I think it's a solo print common too now. And again, this is a really cool set. I apologize. Normally I research these sets and go through every single card and really try to highlight the best cards or things I think are really great in interest. Unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to do that, and this internet is very terrible. It's taking forever to load everything, but Offering to the Snake Deity. This is actually really cool. This is a generic reptile card, and it's a pretty cool. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's kind of like an Icarus attack for reptiles, which is really cool. We got Debris Dragon, and Destiny Draw, multiple Destiny Draws, Brain Control. I really got to figure out this internet situation because I feel really bad. I'm not really being able to show you guys market prices here, unfortunately, but again, the whole point of this is just to kind of showcase, hey, here it is. Check this out if you guys are interested. There's some pretty cool stuff. While that is loading, so X-Saber Dark Soul. I love the artwork on this card. This is one of X-Sabers in general, which is a really fun deck. I've been in process of building a max rarity X-Saber deck just for like nostalgic. It's a really cool deck. Pretty fun deck. Not really playable anymore. It's definitely kind of can't really keep up with the meta. Again, it's a really old deck. Nowadays, I would say it's a pretty relatively old deck. There's a lot of cool rarities for this, like a lot of cool old school ultimate rares like this, and a lot of like stuff that comes out dual terminal. And I think they got some stuff from Hidden Arsenal too, but obviously Hidden Arsenal and the dual terminal stuff kind of ran parallel and kind of did the same print. So I would definitely go for the dual terminal prints. Gotham's Emergency Call over here, really great trap card for them. Unlimiteds are about 8. Unfortunately, I don't remember if I have. I think I maybe have 1 or 2 first editions, which surprisingly are only like around 18, 17, 18, or actually not even. They're like around 14. Now, it pains me to say this because it seems like, yeah, it's kind of like a lot of money for something old that no one really plays, but this has amazing artwork. X-Sabers is a really, like, if I'm so bold enough to say, a really beloved deck. A lot of people loved X-Sabers, and it's really nostalgic and kind of classic. It's kind of like Shaddoll, Satellar Knights, Burning Abyss. Maybe not quite as popular as those decks. More so, like, I guess, like Gravekeepers. Gravekeepers is, like, super, super, super old. Significantly older than X-Sabers, but that's just kind of the kind of decks that come to mind. Like, these fan-favorite decks like Blackwings, Dragoonity, like, there are just like they're almost becoming like nostalgic classic decks now because they're several years old now, and players like to go back and collect max rarities of these. And I think this is gonna go up. There's only 3 pages. Second page bottoms out at 20. There's not really a lot of stacks, so I would maybe take a look into this because I don't think that this $13, $14 price point for first edition, again, ultimate rare being the highest rarity of this card, is going to last. So I just wanted to say that really quick. I'll come back to Vampire Sucker. Really quick, I'm going to finish off Dual Terminal. Tribus. This is a really cool card. I'm going to try to load this really quick because I think this has a really cool effect. No one talks about this card, and it's a rare too. So it's Dual Terminal and it's rare, so it's cool because it's not even common Dual Terminal. I think this is pretty good. It's basically like a Foolish Burial for your monsters, and it's a level 1. I don't know. I can't really explain why. I just really like this card a lot. I guess mostly because it's a rare and it's dual terminal. That goes without saying, and plus it goes in the Dragoonity builds. Again, Dragoonity is just one of those fan favorite decks. There's a lot of cool rarities. There's a lot of like old school nostalgic great stuff that comes along this card. This card's like under $1 all across the board, but you look at it, like there's only 2 pages left. I remember like 2 years ago, there's pages and pages and pages of this card. Like, it seems like all across the board, like the masses are starting to realize, like, oh my goodness, Dual Terminal is gone. These are going to become collector's cards. Konami's not making any more, and they're picking up, obviously the popular cards go first, then everything else kind of trickles off after that, but really like this card a lot. Okay, so Vampire Sucker. There was an ultra rare reprint in the 2019 Gold Sarko tins. Really quickly, I want to take a look at the first edition rares. This is just an amazing, like, this really changed Zombies. Zombies are kind of here and there. There's always been a relatively large player base for Zombies. This has amazing artwork. It's a secret rare. Flames Destruction, not a super old set. I think this set, was this last year? I'm pretty sure it was last year, at the end of 2018 or last year. This set came out. This card has dropped significantly though. I remember this card was like $15 for like the longest time when Zombie Horde dropped. this zombie horde structure deck really made this kick this card off. We get one here for about 9. Here's 2 for 9. Here's a 2 of for about 9. And there's 5 pages left. So, again, I don't know. I wish this card would still go down. Maybe this is kind of just like the cheaper side of me coming out. But I think I only have 1 copy of this. The artwork alone, again, like it's I don't really know about the vampire builds, but specifically like the vampire archetype or whatever. But just for generic, just great, amazing Link 2 for zombies. This is really great. So I would definitely look at this. I don't know if I would spend 9. Maybe I would. I mean, I think I have 2 copies of this, maybe 1 or 2 copies. And this is just a really great card. So I just wanted to showcase this, highlight this a little bit. You guys should maybe take a look at, or at least keep Vampire Sucker on your radar, because it's great, just amazing generic rank 2 for zombies. And then really quick, I just want to review Magical Musketeer Max. This is such a cheap deck, and it's so good. It's easy. It's relatively easy to pilot. Magical Musketeers, they have this amazing mechanic where you can play your magic and traps from your hand. All the monster effects have the monster cards effect have these have that effect where you can play your magic and traps from your hand on your opponent's turn. It's a really special, very unique, really cool mechanic that's really special to this archetype. Again, kind of like Fables, it's one of those a fiend-based deck that are light, which is really cool because the majority of fiends are dark. So I think that's pretty cool and special and unique that they are light fiends, because there's not a lot of that running around. Their counter trap card is just like amazing. You can see here it's going up. It's pretty one of the more expensive cards here. And yeah, their Link 2 finally came out in Heroes Revenge. There's only a solo print, unfortunately, it's an ultra rare, but again, all of these cards just have amazing artwork, and I would really recommend that you guys look. And I already have my play sets, and I've built a max rarity of this. There's not really a lot. It's not too difficult to make max rarity of this. There's only a couple of reprints of this because it's a relatively new deck, but this is a really great deck. I would really review it, and I would definitely pick it up. Just build it, even if you don't want to play it. I would recommend you have a full deck of this. Just buy 3 of everything. Everything's really cheap. Buy 3 of everything. Sleeve it up. Put it in a deck box, because I think that this deck has potential to make moves. And is this thing going to load? I don't really know if it's going to load here. Let's finish up Shadows of Infinity. These special editions, I'm not a big fan. I used to be a big fan of the special editions. It was cool that these like these old school sets had secret rare promos instead of ultra rares. I think that was really something that was really cool about this set. That they kind of changed up on that. So again, I apologize. I wasn't able to go specifically in. I'm going to try my best to get some more time to do more research and actually go into detail with this. But Shadows of Infinity, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Really great set. I would definitely go into more detail later on if you guys are interested in that. A really great stuff in there. And then just to finish up, Dual Terminal 3 again. The last couple of videos, I'm pretty sure I reviewed 2 and 1. So I just wanted to kind of turbo through 3 really quick on here. Well, that's loading again. So last week I talked about what I like to call Generation 1, 2, and 3 of the Yugi Kaiba starter decks. We had the 2002, I believe it was 2002 if I'm not mistaken, OG Generation 1 structure deck Kaiba. I'm sorry, starter deck. Starter deck. These are starter decks. The Generation 1s were called starter decks. We had Kaiba, Yugi, Pegasus, and Joey. And I talked about, Blue Eyes Dark Magician, more specifically Relinquish, and Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Graceful Charity, and these cards, first edition, like, you gotta get them. You can get them cheap. They've already, skyrocketed in price. Not so much for the Red Eyes is going up, but for the Relinquish first edition is still very attainable. Graceful Charity first edition is still very retainable, and these are like Generation 1, just like blowout amazing anime cards, and it's crazy. Generation 2, what I consider, was what came next after this several years later, the starter deck Kaiba and Yugi Evolutions. So really quick here, again, of course there's super rare Blue Eyes, and there's super rare Dark Magician, which is actually over here somewhere. Here it is, so we'll take a look at it. Also, again, Kaiser Seahorse and Black Luster Soul are great alternatives as well. They're still extremely cheap, and no one believes in this card. Like, comment below, tell me what you guys think about. Like, am I crazy? I think someone actually like disliked one of my videos. I don't know if maybe I'm just being paranoid. I don't know if it was specifically because I talked about these reprint sets of the starter deck cards, but I think that they have just gigantic potential. I'm going to close out of this. Okay, so Dual Terminal 3, amazing. Again, Konami is no longer manufacturing Dual Terminal. All the sets have really great value. You know, pick and choose what you think you believe in, you want to invest. Do it. It's going to be a great time. So going back to these starter decks, again, they're just again, this is for first edition exclusively, and this is only for collector's value. Now, in my personal opinion, this artwork version of Dark Magician and this artwork of Blue Eyes is not the greatest. The original ones that came out of the starter decks were definitely superior in art. It's my personal opinion. These aren't terrible, and of course they're low rarity, you know, ultra versus super rare, but these are still very, very attainable. And what's to say that these are going to not skyrocket? Because these are getting old. These are already ancient, and there's not really. There was several on the market. I mean, I don't know if people had already caught on to this before I had, or there was like a buyout. I'm not really sure, but for the Blue Eyes here, I'm already, going through. There's several pages. There's plenty, available for Near Man Lightly Played. But the thing is, they're not first edition, and there's not really a whole lot of stacks here. The first edition that we get is on the 6th page, and it already starts off at about roughly around $4, and there's only one here and one here. Moving on to the 7th page, we get, a couple more stacks, onesie twosies here, moves to about 5. And then there's one for 5 here, and there's one for 6. So it's starting to get to like price points where it's uncomfortable. You don't really want to pay it anymore because you see this card and you're like, oh, like this is Generation 2. It's relatively, it's still ancient as hell, but it's still not nowhere near as old as Generation 1, 2002, original OG Star decks. But I'm telling you, like, this is insane. This is a gold mine. You guys need to pick up on this. I really believe in the evolution first editions. I really do. I think that if you guys do not buy these now, I mean, it's completely up to you. Everyone, to each their own. Every player believes what they believe and makes their investments, and that's what this is all about. That's what I love about this channel. It's what I'm so compassionate about, and is pushing out the knowledge, pushing out the communication, and just letting the players do what they must with what it is that they want to do, make their own decisions. And, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Here's one super cheap right here. This isn't even $1 for Super Edition, First Edition Dark Magician. I would definitely pick this up. It's a one-of, but just whatever. Eat the cost of the shipping and get this one right here. Here's one. Here's one here again. So Dark Magician, this is insane. Dark Magician is obviously at least for this set, not quite as popular as the Blue Eyes. Here again, here's one for 30 cents. Like, this is insane. These are so cheap. There's a lot more availability, as you can see, for this Dark Magician here. Here's a 2 for 44 cents. Like, this is insane. Like, you guys need to pick up on some of this. Like, I'm gonna go back and try to pick up some of these because this is like I can talk until I'm blue in the face, but this is like insane. Like, I can almost promise you guys. I mean, comment below if you guys think I'm crazy. If you think that this, again, there was a time when I even thought, yeah, like this is trash. Like, this is just, these are so cheap, and they still are cheap. They've been cheap for just years and years and years. But when the availability starts to run out, and everyone goes and pulls out these first editions, because again, the only thing that's going to be worth anything is going to be the first edition prints, then people are going to be sorry. People are going to be sorry that they weren't picking this card up for literally under $1. And that's just my personal opinion. I think that this has great value, and man, this is just terrible. I can't even load the rest of them. So I'll come back to that while that's loading. Alright, so Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. There was a combo, and like a deck out combo with this. I don't really remember what exactly they ran with it, but maybe you guys know. Comment below if you guys know. I'm not really sure. There's like a deck out build with this. This has really great artwork. This is the original rare from Ancient Sanctuary. You know, again, a Generation 1 nostalgic, very, very awesome set. I don't know. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that this is the highest rarity. I'm just going to check that out really quick, because I don't think we have a holo version. I'm pretty sure the original OG rare is the highest, kind of the best we got right now. The artwork alone is just so fantastic in that card. All right, so I apologize. This is really not going to work. The internet is just really just shitting the bed on me right now. But anyway, again, so Star Deck Evolution, Kaiba and Yugi. There are super rare versions of Blue Eyes, Dark Magician. There is Blackluster Soldier, the Ritual version. There's just Ultra, the Ritual, super rare Ritual card. And even Ultra Kaiser Seahorse. It's the highest version of that card we have right now. It's kind of technically considered a classic Blue Eyes card, if I can say that. So definitely check it out. You guys, I promise you will not regret it. Just my personal opinion on that. So there is, I was right, the original versions were the rares. We do not have a higher rarity than that right now specifically, unfortunately. This card has fantastic artwork, and I would really hope that later on Konami decides to give us a higher rarity of this, because I really think it's deserving of it. It's a really cool, for the artwork alone, like if they came out with like a secret rare version of this, I think that would be amazing. I think this could potentially become collectors for artwork alone, being that it is so old. The original OG print dawning from Ancient Sanctuary. Again, this is like nostalgic Generation 1, extremely old. And there is some loop. I apologize, I can't really remember what the references are right now, but there's a pretty cool loop with this. If you're into those chalky kind of decks, those kind of one-of decks, and it's pretty cool. Right here, the first editions are sitting at around $2. And there's plenty of pages to go through here, and it's pretty great. There's I don't know. There's just something about this card. I can't really explain like the gears turning in my brain right now. But there is I apologize about that. My father came in and he actually let me know that the internet. Different internet. I'm using a hotspot right now. So again, I just moved and I'm kind of trying to get situated here. Let's see if I can get some better connectivity with this internet. Hopefully I can. I apologize that I have to kind of do this transition here in the middle during recording, but it looks like I'm in. I don't really know if that's going to be good or not. Anyway, okay, so sweet. So Soul Absorption, again, hopefully we get a higher rarity later on. Again, it's only a rare, so I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about this. I don't want to talk you guys to death. I spent enough time on this. Just check out this card if you guys want to. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, so moving on. Dark King of the Abyss. This is from the secret rare version from Legendary Collection 3. I think this is going to be a collector's card, because the original print, I think, is from like Legend of Blue Eyes or something. Hopefully the internet's better. Let's see if the internet is a little bit better here on this other connection. Let's see if it works out for us. Hopefully it does. I want to say the original print was all the way back from Legend of Blue Eyes. Okay, yeah, here it is. OG Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is like literally core set 1, Generation 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! I got a Dark Beginning reprint, and then here it is as the secret rare. Really great artwork, a really cool story behind this monster card. If you follow it, and he's got like a lot of different, like he's featured in a lot of different cards. What is going on? TCG player is like tripping on acid right now. Man, what is going on here? All right. But specifically for the vanillas, and you kind of see, you'll trend up, kind of like Aqua Mador and Silver Fang. I'm going to review them here because it's been a while. And again, this is such an amazing set. That's why like almost every single video, I tell you guys, look at Legendary Collections 3. Look at Legendary Collection 4. Look at all the Legendary Collections. They've just hold great value, and throughout the years they just keep on increasing as these go out of print and they're no longer available. This is like $1. Here's a one of for about $1 before you factor in shipping. Here's another one for about $1, $1, and there's only 2 pages. So granted, again, this is still very, very cheap, but there's only 2 pages. And look at here, it bottoms out. I mean, this is stupid. I don't know why this person thinks that they can sell the highest price. That's not even first edition. That's dumb. But anyway, I apologize, Oiko's Gaming. That's just basic, principle. You can't. I mean, I guess you can, but it's just not good business practice to have an unlimited higher than a first edition. Like, that just doesn't. It baffles me. So check this card out. Really quickly, I want to just kind of turbo through Legendary Collections 3. I don't want to make this video terribly longer than I already have. I've already kind of had, a couple of technical issues here and there with internet connectivity and all that craziness, but I would like to review. Hopefully that this will load for me so I can give you guys a preview, because there are several different vanilla prints that came secret rare in this set that are just like these really old school common or normal monster cards that are really great. So really quick again, Dark Magician Girl, secret version reprint. Of course, we have the original Magician's Force, which are just collectability and crazy and artwork and all that, and then we got the uncensored artwork coming out, Lost Art promotion. I really recommend that you guys. I know everyone. I think it's gonna be extremely competitive. I think it's gonna be very difficult to get the uncensored lost artwork of this, but it's gonna be worth it. I would try like hell. I know I'm gonna try like hell. Try to get to the locals and pick them up as much as I can, because the uncensored version, this is the first uncensored version of Dark Magician Girl, one of the most famous waifu cutesy anime cards of like ever in the game, if I can say that, and it's gonna be crazy. Again, Harpy's Feather Rusher, Black Luster Soldier, Secret Rare Graceful Cherry. This is really great. Secret Rare Sangan, Dark Magician Chaos, Secret Rare Change of Heart. This is amazing. Like, there's just so many. I get so excited about this set because this set is just so great. Ultra Rare Upstart Goblin, again, Secret Slayers. Check out Secret Slayers actually really quick. I'm gonna try to pull it up. The super rares. I promise you, if they're still around $2, I picked up a lot for 2 bones. And of course, there was like the Turbo Pack super rares, which are like ungodly expensive now. Like, they're relatively older. They're like, coming on 8 years old or something now. But if so let's see here. So you got the ultra rares, which are however much they are, like $40 for the super rare Turbo Pack Booster 8. But check it out. There's even the updated rarity with the magic attribute highlighted here from Secret Slayer. So again, it still looks like these are $2. Now I know I kind of sound like a broken record. I'm repeating myself at this point, but this is such a great pickup. Upstart Goblin is just one of the most generic draw cards of all time. When this card comes to 3, and it definitely will come to 3. I don't know how long it's going to take. It was at 3 for the longest time, and unfortunately it's at 1 right now. You can make a 40 card build into a 37 instantly with this card. Giving your opponent 1,000 life points to dig 1 out of your deck is really nothing. It's got really great artwork too. This is the super rare coming out of Secret Slayers, which looks just as good, if not better, because it has the updated foiling with the magic spell, whatever you want to say. Old school player coming out with the magic terminology right here. And it has these actually come first edition. Now, granted, obviously, tournament packs, they don't have first edition, so that's fine. But, I just really got a thing for first edition. And look for stacks. Here's just a 3-stack, 8-stack, and, there's 5+ pages, and these are around $2. This is a great pickup. I would try to find, I would go and find, the fattest stack, and I would pick up multiple copies, within your own means. Don't go crazy about it, but it's definitely, I think this is a great investment to pick these up in stacks for 2. I personally, I think I bought, 50 or 48 or 46 of these, so I would definitely check that out. And then there's the ultra rare versions over here. Secret Solemn, really, really great. Secret Pot of Greed. super salvage, highest rarity of that. I'm thinking now more than ever, the secret pieces would be a great pickup. I never really thought about it before. I want to check it out really quick. I actually kind of regret not thinking about it before, because probably now, fortunately, unfortunately, depending on who's holding these cards, this is the highest rarity that we have. Of course, we have the original OG LOB ultra rare sets, which are ungodly expensive and super old collector's cards, and great. Specifically if you can have good condition first editions. But I think that definitely second runner up, which is definitely going to be on the LOB versions front. The alternative art, I think this is kind of silly that they chose this. I really don't think that it's going to hold value, because the Lost Art promotion cards, once they're gone, they're gone. Unfortunately, they made them ultra rare, which is just really a cheesy rarity. I don't really like it, but it's going to have collectability value. Everyone knows Lost Art cards are going to, just to a certain extent, going to have collectability. So you can see, the price points are kind of trickling down from here. First editions for this piece in particular is going to be about 9, and then it trickles up to about 10, and that's it. Then it's gone. There's one page of this. So it's already, it's already kind of, unless you guys want to go in and buy like a couple of these one-ofs, it's almost like too late to get this card, unfortunately, and I really regret not picking this card. I don't really remember these ever being like super cheap, like $2-3. Maybe like way back in the day when this set originally dropped. No one really cared about Exodia, and these were people just kind of pitching these away, trading them away like all day long. But I really, really think first edition sets of Secret Rare Exodia are just going to be huge. This set in general has just grown exponentially in value, and this is one of my all-time favorites, probably if not my favorite set in Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever for reprint sets. They're just phenomenal Gen 1 stuff, and just good like mid-term stuff. It's insane. There's so much good stuff. Alright, let's see if this is going to load. While that's trying to load, I guess this isn't really faring much better, but talked about this before. Fiend Comedian, this is really great. We got the censored artwork here in the TCG, but this is a solo print common, which just blows my mind that this is still to this day a solo print, because it's from Generation 1 Legacy of Darkness. This set is ancient, it's super old. One of the very original sets, and this card is just like a blowout. If you're playing something like Lightsworn or like Shadal's or whatever it is, I think this card just has like a radical effect, and it's really cool. If it goes your way, then great. If not, it's a pretty devastating card. And again, it's old, it's super ancient old, it's archaic, and it's a solo print. Let's go ahead and try to see if I can find you guys some first editions. There's no first editions on the first page. There's about 5 pages here. Here's one for about 40 cents, and then there's one for about 44. Really quick, because this card's so relatively cheap, I'm trying to find some stacks here. So it's about 30 cents. Here's a 6 stack, and then there's $1 shipping right here. That moves to about a half bone, and so on and so forth. Not any major stacks here. Guess here's a 12 of for almost $1 a piece, and there's 3 of. So I just wanted to showcase this again. Every once in a while, there's a couple things going for this card, so I like to showcase it. Did this thing still not load? Okay. All right. So page 2 again. You have the Exodia pieces here. Exodia, the Forbidden One. Now, this isn't the only secret rare version of this. There is, I want to say, Legendary Masters Collection, I think it was called. Volume 1 or either Volume 2 had this as well. And then, of course, we have the DDS game, Prismatic Secret Rare. I think that's what it's called. I actually have a copy of DDS. It's the only DDS I have, unfortunately, but I'm really happy to have at least that. It's really great. This is still on 3 of, so I'm just going to take that off really quick. Again, I wouldn't worry about the unlimited. No first editions on the first page, and it's about 9, about 10. So all across the board, it seems like the trend is the same. The Exodia pieces for first edition secrets are trending about about $10, which still I think it's good. I really do. If you have the money, I would back it. I would be behind it. That paying 10 for at least lightly played first edition for these secret rare Exodia sets, I really think it's going to be worth it in the long run. I just think these cards have nothing but potential to increase in value as they get older, as they get more difficult to find. And it's Exodia. It's a Yugi card. It's old school, and it's anime, and it's all great stuff. Imperial Order, updated text here, Gravekeeper stuff. Chaos Sorcerer. This is actually one of my favorite rarities of this card. We have Royal Tribute. This is an amazing blowout. This came off the list quite a while ago. Skull Servant. This is one specifically here. Skull Servant. There's a whole deck based around this, so I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. There's so many decks out there. I get kind of confused. But so this is again what I believe the LOB was the original print of this, and this is the ultra rare reprint version, which is definitely. If I'm not mistaken, I know that this is the highest rarity of this because all the other versions are like commons or something. So we have the OG print again. So Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the first core set in the TCG here, and it is again all just commons, and then this is the ultra rare right here, and this kind of makes sense because there's actually a deck based around this, a relatively kind of rogue. Deck. The artwork's kind of silly. I think they could have made the skeleton a lot more sinister looking, but the cloak is really cool. But again, this is the highest rarity. Unlimited's alone start off at about 9 bones, and then it jumps to like 11, 12 plus, and there's only 2 pages left. So this is already starting to take off. Like the proof is in the pudding. Like here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Like this is happening, regardless of if you guys want to believe it or not. These cards are going up. And I really have kind of a special thing for these old school vanilla ones because they're so old, and these are the highest rarities of these. Now, still, I think the original commons, even first edition more specifically from LOB, Legend of Blue Eyes, are going to hold good value, but I don't think as good value as the hollow foil reprints. Drag Down the Grave is really great too. Regeki, like I could just talk for days and days and days. Book of Moon, like I get so excited about this set. This is such an amazing set, and I really enjoy going back and just dipping through it. 315 cards of just pure amazingness. The comments are kind of really not really impressive, but the secret rares, it's the secret rares. The secret rares from the set are just a blowout. And they have some pretty cool super rares too. Like these were like prize cards and like champion packs cards, and now we got ultra reprints of these, and they look really, really nice. It's kind of cool how they did that. Like the old school, like really hardcore, like Generation 1 collector's cards that reprinted them in these, these nice rarities and all that. So, Gazelle, the King of Mystical Beasts. This is another, again, vanilla, normal monster, really big anime, Yugi anime card for the show, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is gonna be the only version that we have in hollow foil, and this is pretty much gone. Like it's already pretty much gone. So yeah, I mean there it is. It's sitting at $25. This guy can make it whatever he wants now because it's just there's none on the market. There's really not. These just keep on getting scarcer and scarcer and harder to get. So there was Skull Servant, there was Gazelle. I'll show you here. I can't remember. I always kind of have to review, like flip through the pages here to review the ones in particular that I'm talking about. But again, this set in general, like you guys have to check it out. I'm just such an avid fan of this set. There's so many great cards. Doesn't really look like this internet fares much better, unfortunately. I really have to figure out an internet situation because this is really hindering my video stuff here. So two-headed King Rex. Okay, so what was his name? Dino Rex or Raptor Rex or whatever. Again, so Generation 1 anime card. Really great. This is a secret rare, so this just looks really great. I think that, again, like I know, like, I sound like a crazy person, but it's just, I really think, and you can see it, and the prices are there, the trending is there, these are going up. It's about $2, $2 plus. Here it's about 3, and there's only 2 pages. I mean, these are gonna be taken. People are gonna buy these, and then they're gonna control the first edition market on this card, in its highest rarity as first edition secret rare, and it kind of just trickles up after that. So, Two-Headed King Rex, definitely. I think, again, just one of those significant cards from a very significant set that is just going to continue to increase in value. So I would definitely get your copies of King Rex. And I apologize again, this is taking so long to load, but I'm almost done here. There isn't too many more of the vanillas, of the normal monsters that I wanted to review. Again, this set is just insane. Mirage of Nightmare, Kaiku Secrets. Man, this set is just unparalleled. I don't know if there's going to be another set that has as juicy, or that this was like had like the juiciest, like most succulent, amazing Secret Dark Hole. Man, this card. Okay, so here's another one. I don't really like the artwork on this one, but this is again just another Yugi anime old school vanilla card. So you guys can check that one out. Trying to save time here and kind of dial it up, turbo through to kind of wrap this video up here tonight. A lot of great, awesome, like Gravekeepers. Gravekeeper is one of my old school favorite decks, and there's a lot of ultra stuff that they reprinted in here. Ordeal of a Travel is amazing. I really don't know how this card has not seen a hollow foil reprint. This card's super great. I like this card a lot. Celtic Guardian, even though the original OGs were already super rare, so maybe not so much for that. But Silver Fang right here, again, this is just a big anime card. This is the highest rarity. I think the original print, again, is from Legend of Blue Eyes, which is just ancient. Really cool artwork in this. The moon in the background is pretty great. I love, the moon. The moon's really cool thing. And $5. So there's one first edition left. So like these are gone. These are like off the market. Like I'm telling you guys, this is insane. Like people need to start talking about this, or maybe people have. Maybe I've just been living under a boulder in the forests, and I don't know. Maybe I've just been hanging out in like the secret village of spellcasters for too long, or something. I don't know. But again, this is just insane. So I'm gonna cut loose here. This internet is just god awful. It's not really working out. But you guys can check it out. There's a couple more vanillas that you guys can check out. Just go ahead, type in Legendary Collection 3. It's just, there's a lot of great stuff. Here is Aqua Matador here again. Check them out. And that's just my personal opinion. And it's just really great set. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Please stay safe out there. I hope you guys are having a good time, having some good duels. Hopefully you guys, your shops are open. I got a couple shops over here in the Houston area that are starting to open up, and I just went to one with my cousin a couple days ago last weekend. It felt so good to be back in that physical card shop, and we're not quite at the point where people are playing and all that, but we'll get there. And there's still many options online. So if you guys are feeling like you want to duel, there's plenty of resources online. Please comment below, or I have social media. If you guys have questions or recommendations, or the things that you want me to feature, or if you just want to talk Yu-Gi-Oh in general, I am all completely open about making Yu-Gi-Oh friends, playing online, or just exchanging, market watch investments, ideas, whatever it is that you guys want. Please communicate. Please reach out. Please contact me. I'm all for it. I would love to hear from you guys. This has been a showcasing by the White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.